conversation. So I just wanted to share before we begin that you may be feeling the energies. They have been really strong and they came in strong. I was feeling them a day or two before the full moon, also the solstice. The solstice, no matter where you are in the world, northern or southern hemisphere, it's always a big activator. It's always a big opening. And sometimes, depending where you are, it's going to affect you differently. So this time around, it really is, it's illuminating, right? It's more light. And that light can also help us see our shadows more. So I wouldn't be surprised if many of you are going through some life reviews right now. And what that means is people from the past, or things that you may have stored away and didn't fully have closure, may be circling around for you to address. And that doesn't mean that you necessarily have to get closure with somebody specifically, okay? That's one thing that we start to learn the more we understand the metaphysical, which is we don't have to do things in the physical. We don't have to have a conversation with somebody. We can actually have a conversation with someone's higher self. You know, I share a lot about my mom, and it was really tricky when she was in human form, for me to have to separate myself from her physically. I carried a lot because of that. And so in moments where it was really hard, but I also knew it wasn't for me or for my path to be in connection with her physically, I would meet with her higher self. You know, I would connect with her that way, and that was how it was safe for me. So I share that as people are circling around things. There are many ways, oftentimes through intention, through getting into your heart. And, you know, always call on your spirit team, your angels, if you need a bit more support on something that's a bit trickier to navigate. And then sometimes the life review looks like random memories coming up, okay, out of nowhere. Like whenever I have a life review, a hot area of my life is high school, because there was so many times where I betrayed myself in high school. And so I have to go back around to forgive myself. So I'm not carrying that shame that has come up. And so now, like, quite literally in the last week, there have been such random memories from high school. And I'm also in Indiana right now, and I went to high school in Indiana. So there's that as well. But something will come around and I will actually become the observer, right? So I'll get into this now moment. So I'm not going back into the past, and I will observe me. I will observe, 16-year-old Roya doing something that was betraying herself, whether it was smoking or whatever it was, escaping. And I will just sit with her and send her love. And I will not judge her. Okay? Because that is what keeps us fragmented. When we judge ourselves, and none of us are perfect, and we all have been bumbling around this human experience. And at some point, we have to stop rejecting ourselves. Okay. So this is an opportunity right now to start closing some loops and meeting ourselves with love. Dreams, that's a good point too. Not judging, not criticizing. So we're going to work on that today as well, because oftentimes that judgment can block our mind's eye. Okay. There's two different ways to use the word judgment. There's righteous judgment, which is discernment, which is great. We need to be able to say, I need to walk away from that energy. That's okay. And then there's critical, like you want to put people either below you or above you, put yourself below people. That kind of judgment isn't helpful. So that can block the third eye, because it moves us into not seeing everything as one, and it moves us into separation. So let's begin. One more note. I just checked, and I think we've had 7 M-class flares within the last 2 days. So those are the solar flares. They've been building. And for energy sensitives, with geomagnetic conditions getting strong, we can feel it. Also, the energy is coming through. And so today we're going to really work on integrating. I made a post this morning about making sure we're fully in the lower chakras, the third, second, and first. The third, second, and first are really chakras that help us navigate this 3D reality. And when we pop out of it and we're too activated, like in our seventh or in our sixth, it's not helpful to us because we can't then bring these downloads into our human experience. And we can feel really untethered, and it can be very uncomfortable and disorienting. So I'm going to make sure that we're really open and in our bodies today, in our lower chakras, because we're getting hit really hard in the seventh and the sixth right now in a beautiful way. Okay. So we're just going to get really integrated as well as when we go in for our session. So let's begin. Let's take a moment right now just to find our breath. Okay. We're just going to get really still. Just remember, this is your date with you. This is your date with remembering you are divine. The more we come in to remember our light, the more we start raising our self-worth. Isn't it interesting to think about self-worth that way, which is remembering that we are light? So to look at it another way, the reason why we lack self-worth is because we forget that we are divine. We forget that we are light. So today and every day, especially Mondays when we come together as a group, it is to remember our light. The more we remember, the clearer our vessel becomes. The clearer our vessel becomes, the more we start to be able to use that life force in a way that creates miracles. So that miracles are no longer these things that happen randomly. They start becoming a part of our daily life. So just find that breath, that beautiful sacred breath, that breath that connects you not only to this physical world, but to the spirit world. That's why dropping in to feel the breath is so powerful. Not only will it always bring you into this present moment, but it is a nice way to create that bridge between the physical and the spirit, which we always want to honor both. And so as you bring your full focus onto your breath right now, we're also simultaneously calling back our energy. So you can hold the intention to do that, or you can just simply focus on your breath, because wherever you bring your full focus, you bring your energy. So as you bring your full focus, your full attention to the breath, your energy, wherever it may be, whether it's scattered, fragmented, it starts to come into wholeness. It starts to come into singularity. It starts to come into oneness as you bring your focus to your breath. And so I'm just going to stay here until I get the thumbs up from my team that everybody has called back their energy. This is where we want to begin today, calling back our energy. So as you focus on your breath, imagine that that breath becomes a magnet calling back your energy. Every piece of you, every aspect of you into this now moment. So we're pulling it out of the past. We're releasing it from other people, from other experiences, and we're bringing it here because this is all that exists, is this moment. So everything else is an illusion. So we want to bring your energy into what is real, what is true, which is this moment. And when you start to breathe in, just breathe in light and feel that light just move throughout your body. And when you exhale, exhale noise. Okay. So we're breathing in light, exhaling noise. Breathing in light, exhaling noise. And just notice if you start to relax a little bit. Maybe hold that intention that with every centering breath, you become more present. You start to relax the physical body. Feel your shoulders soften. Feel your stance begin to relax. Notice if you're holding on to tension, and that awareness just starts to melt away that intention, that tension. And as you start to soften your physical body, you start to allow yourself to receive. You stop trying to subconsciously convince yourself that you're doing this alone, because you're not. So when we soften the body and relax, it is a gesture of surrender. It's a gesture of remembering that we are supported, that we have a team with us every moment that is here to help. And so just take a moment right now just to be aware of your spirit team, okay? And when we move into awareness, it's not thinking. I don't want you to think about your spirit team. I want you to just be aware. And this awareness allows you to open to them as well. And so you're sensing that there's energy, there's light energy around you. And just allow it to be so. Beautiful. And so now let's bring our awareness all the way down to the bottoms of our feet. Remembering that energy flows where our attention goes. So bringing your attention to your feet brings your energy, brings your spirit deep into your body, deep into your field, grounding you, anchoring you, connecting you to this earth plane. This is where we want to be, on earth, here. And just feel your connection to the earth. Whenever I say feel, it's not a thinking. I'm not trying to think, how do I feel? I'm just feeling. Am I connected to the earth? Am I not? No. Let those thoughts go. Let them float away and just be. My intention is to be connected to the earth. My intention is to feel oneness with the earth right now. And just notice the ground. Be aware of it. Be aware of your connection to it. Beautiful. And so I'm seeing so many of us start to come deep in. This is going to give us a sense of placement. So we're not feeling ungrounded. We're not feeling untethered. We're reattaching ourselves, retethering ourselves to the earth. This is also how we have a sense of belonging. If you ever feel like you don't belong, oftentimes it's because you need to reground, reconnect to the earth. Beautiful. There we go. And I'm just we're moving some light below your feet. Okay. So that grounding cord, that energy cord that connects us to the earth, we're just clearing that out of all the debris, all the noise, all the collective angst. Just clear it out. Let it go. Let go of whatever is not you, whatever is not for you, whatever is interfering with you connecting to the light that you are. Clear it out. The misunderstandings, other people's energy, let it go just by breathing it out and giving yourself permission to let it go. And I always say we have to give ourselves permission to let go because there's an aspect of us oftentimes that's holding on to the known, even if it's hurting us, because we're so afraid to go into the unknown. But the unknown is where we meet ourselves in a deeper way. The unknown is where we step onto our path, where we get out of the mainstream program. We step into the unknown, which is our unique path, which is not part of the mainstream program. So just breathing, letting go so we can move into the unknown. And we're starting to move some light into our mental body, okay? So one layer of our aura holds all of our mental activity, and we're starting to run some light through it. It's the third layer, okay? So our physical body, then the second layer, and then the third layer holds all of our mental activity, and we're just starting to heal it, starting to clear it so we can get out of any loops, we can get out of any mental activations that are keeping us in a hyper way, preventing us from being able to be still. We're just feeling that light, soothing the thoughts, the thought patterns, clearing out any old thought patterns that are not supportive to us, that keep us away from our truth. Beautiful. That worked really well on everyone participating. That was really helpful. So I'm seeing all of you are becoming more present now. The light, think about a light bulb. Okay, so if we started with a dimmer light because we weren't as present, your light bulb is starting to get brighter. The more you come in, the more you drop in, the more present you become. And the more present you become, the more you start activating the intelligence that works through you, that divine intelligence. And that divine intelligence knows how to bring your body, mind, and spirit into harmony, into healing, into coherence. And when we start to come into coherence, which means our field is less fragmented and disorganized and chaotic, and it starts to come into stillness, into peace, into unity, into coherence, into balance. When this starts to happen in our field, that means that we have more access to our life force. We have more clarity. So let's bring our awareness right now to our heart space as we connect to the strongest energy center that we have, the heart. And as you breathe into your heart, as you make that connection, I want you to melt away another layer of your 3D character, of your 3D identity, your personality. Just let it go. Take a break. Take a break from your story. Take a break from your personality and just feel yourself through your heart, the truth of who you are. And as you feel your heart, connect to that divine light within you. Find it and be with it. It's there. It's always there. And the more we are present with it, the brighter it becomes. It's as simple as that, as honoring this light within us. Just feeling it, feeling you as the light, letting it permeate, letting it radiate, letting it expand as you become more aware of it. letting go of the thoughts, letting it float away as you just feel your energy, you feel your light, the divine being that you are, that divine essence that holds your unique gifts, but also simultaneously connects you to everything and everyone. So this light that you hold is not only uniquely you, but it also is the light of Creator, of Source, of the divine that permeates through everything. And so as you stay with your heart and you feel oneness with your heart, we're bringing through an attunement right now. Beautiful angelic healing. You can just feel this beautiful wave of golden light moving through, combing through your field, combing out any resistance, okay? It's clearing out any resistance. We hold on to a lot of resistance, a lot of self-imposed limitations because we've forgotten that we are divine. And so the moment we drop in and we start watering that plant, that garden that holds our divinity, that's the moment resistance starts to come up. And what we're doing right now is I want you to still water that plant, water that garden that is your divine light. And as you do that, we're bringing through an attunement to clear away the resistance, to clear away the doubt, to clear away the lack of trust, to clear away the forgetfulness. Let it go. Just feel that beautiful light. Feel your spirit team around you. And let's bring this attunement into your environment, okay? Wherever you are right now, we're filling up your environment with this beautiful light, this beautiful frequency of unconditional love, where we all came from before we decided to experience the school of polarity. We came from oneness, we came from light, we came from unconditional love. And that's where we will return. And the more we remember, the more we are able to bring it into this reality, this dimension. And so just feel that light all around you in your environment, so that your environment also supports your highest divine nature. Beautiful. And then just bring your awareness back to your heart, remembering that the heart is the doorway into the quantum, into the field of one, the unified field. So again, if you have to melt away another layer of your ego, that's okay. Just melt it away, let go, so that you're just feeling yourself as pure energy, pure light. And I invite each of us to bring to our awareness right now our near future self. We'll say 3 months down the line. Just bring your near future self to your awareness. I want you to witness them feeling clear, feeling grounded, feeling whole, feeling light, meaning we can be in this world, we can be in this training as we remember our light, and we can still do it with levity. We can do it with lightness. It doesn't always have to be so serious. I want you to see your near future self feeling that levity, that lightness, that joy, remembering that joy is important in our daily life. We are worthy of leading joyful, fulfilling lives that light us up from the inside. So I want you to see your near future self feeling lit up from the inside and understanding that this is what brings out light into the world, into your life, is following this, that which lights you up from the inside. And just feeling that now in your heart, that worthiness of living a life that fulfills you. You are worthy of this. I invite you to claim this in your heart right now. And as you do this, we're bringing through another attunement, beautiful angelic frequency to clear away any resistance, any interference. So there's nothing interfering with you claiming your highest potential. Nothing interfering with you remembering your light. Beautiful. And I'm just looking at our chakras as we move the light through our first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh, bringing all aspects of us into harmony, into wholeness. And let's all bring our awareness to our seventh chakra at the crown of our head. Just bring your awareness there, which just brings your light. And just take a moment to rest there as we integrate all of this energy that's been coming through. And just feel your seventh right now. You may feel some energy there, some tingling. And as you feel some activation, and if you don't, that's okay too. I want you to really connect with your higher self, with a part of you that's infinite, that's eternal. The part of you that has lived many lifetimes. And allow your higher self to come into your body. Just feel your higher self move down into your body and into your field. And just stay there for a moment in silence. And let's place a really strong shield around our aura, shields up, just to create a barrier between our energy field and the outside world. Just the only thing it does is filter out anything other than love, so we can still receive love, but it filters out everything else. And let's place that shield around our home environment or wherever we may be as we come back to our bodies, feeling our feet, maybe placing one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. As we start to come to a close, just notice how your energy feels. Notice if you feel a bit more peaceful, more clear, more present. And if you don't, that's okay too. We'll still be integrating and processing even after this session. Give yourself space to do so, just by being gentle and compassionate. So let's offer ourselves compassion right now and love as we take a nice deep breath in and then sigh it out. Beautiful. And we close with, and so it is. And so it is. Thank you, my friends.